Hello people and welcome back to another video. In this one I'm going to show you my photography and video settings on the Sony ZV-1, and without making this intro any longer, let's see the back of the camera. Now this being said, let me open this thing and I'm going to show you my settings. So just keep in mind that I'm using this camera for YouTube thumbnails and maybe some quick photos on the run or stuff like that. I'm never using this camera for professional photo shoots. So I'm in manual mode right now. I always shoot in RAW. I have the extra fine for the JPEG quality, and the JPEG image size is always large. And here for the aspect ratio, this is the aspect ratio that I'm using. Now we're going on page number 2. I do have the long exposure on and color space is sRGB. Now for page number 3, shoot mode is manual exposure, and for the drive mode I'm in single shooting. For bracket settings they are off, and for the interval shooting function is off as well. Page number 4, I'm not using this thing. On page number 5 on AF, I'm on continuous AF, and then on focus area I'm on wide, because I think this is the best setting for this camera. For face and eye AF, I'm on human, like you can see over here. And I have the focus frame color on white, but I don't have the AF area auto clear is turned off. On page number 6, I'm not using any of these things. This is how the camera was just straight out of the box. Page number 7, ISO is just on 200 just for demonstration purposes. Metering mode, I'm using multi, and I do have the face priority and multi. Page number 8, I'm not using these things, so we're gonna go on page number 9. The white balance is on auto right now just because I just opened the camera and I'm not shooting in other settings when I'm vlogging. Other things over here, priority settings in auto white balance is just on standard, and I'm on auto HDR on D-range optimizer because I think this is the best setting for this camera. The creative style is standard. I'm not actually changing anything here, so most of the time I'm shooting in standard on this camera. And on my A7 III I have a picture profile that I'm using for different situations. I think I have like 4 picture profiles, but on this one I'm not using any kind of picture profile. On page number 10, the soft skin effect is off because I'm not using that. On page number 11, I'm not changing anything here. This is how it's straight out of the box. On page number 12, I do have the product showcase off, but when I'm doing reviews on YouTube and stuff like that, I'm turning it on. And then I have the registration face priority on. Smile shutter, I'm not using that. Self-portrait trimmer, I'm not using that. So this is everything for the photo settings of this camera. Now let's see the video settings on the ZV-1. Page number 1, exposure mode is always on manual. So file format, I'm shooting in 4K most of the time, and I'm juggling with 30p or 24p depending on what I'm shooting. On high frame rate is always set to 240. I'm not shooting in more than 240. On page number 2, I just changed the AF dry speed on fast and the AF tracking sensitivity on responsive, and I do have the auto slow shutter on. On page number 3, I'm always shooting with the audio level display on so I can monitor my audio, and I'm shooting with the active stabilization on when I'm vlogging or even when I'm shooting in-house in the studio. Then on page number 4, I haven't changed anything over here. It's just straight out of the box. On page number 5, I haven't changed anything. On page number 6, I just put the zoom speed on fast. This is going to take more juice out of your battery, but I like it on fast. Then on page number 7, I do have the grid line off and all the other things off. I do have only the live view display on, and that's it. On page number 8, I haven't set any kind of custom key yet because I don't have the camera for that long and I'm not really 100% used with the camera yet, but I'm gonna do that. I do have the touch tracking over here, and on page number 9, I do have the audio signals on. Now let's go on the next tab. Over here, I think I just put the camera on airplane mode just to save a little bit of battery, and I think that was it. Over here on page number 2, I haven't changed anything. I think only the device name, if I'm not wrong. Yes, I did put my hashtag over there somehow. That was it. On the next tab over here, haven't changed anything. Over here, haven't changed anything, it's straight out of the box. Same thing here, and same thing here. And now, this page over here, I did put my monitor brightness on manual. I did change the volume settings on 15, and I think that was pretty much it. On page number 2, I did change the power save start time on 5 minutes over here. The power off with the monitor because I liked that, and I changed the auto power off temperature on high so I can shoot 4K with this one without overheating. And the next thing that I did, I turned on the touch operation. Now on page number 3, I haven't done anything here, I haven't changed anything. Page number 4, language of course is English. I haven't changed anything here. And page number 5, same thing, straight out of the box. And that's pretty much it. And now last but not least, I did my own menu over here. I did put the file format just for quick access, the shooting mode, the format for formatting the card, the audio rec level so I can like monitor the audio level, and the steady shot if I'm shooting in 4K or 1080 just to change it pretty fast. And that's pretty much it. So that's the video, people. I hope I saved you some time showing you the settings that I use for photography and video. And this being said, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.